Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. We're checking out Cafe Kumbuk. It's a cozy little place for you to eat healthy and look good and just relax and find your zen. With me, I have someone who is no stranger to the public eye. She's not been in the country for some time, so because of that, you might have not seen her around. But she was Miss Sri Lanka for Miss Universe, and she also is an entrepreneur. She runs her own businesses, not here actually, in Oz. I'm happy to have the one and only Marianne H. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I am so happy that you are here. It has been so long since we even caught up.
I know, it's been a while. Time is just flying.
I know, we were just talking when she was crowned. I really thought it was much later, but 2014, you're really going to hit the 10-year mark in 2 years.
Oh yes, actually, I didn't think about that.
just wanted to make you feel a bit
I know.
topped up in age. So I still remember the time when you were nominated and set, correct? Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
How was the experience? I know you never wanted it.
No, I didn't. Oh, so you remember? Yes.
Because you came in for that interview thing also very reluctantly. You're like, I'm here now.
Yeah, not prepared at all. I just walked in.
Yeah.
Because my parents were very strict back then, right? So they didn't really want me to take part. And it just happened to be I had landed a few weeks ago. And someone called and said, why don't you come for the audition? And then I walked in unprepared.
For what's awaiting.
Yes.
But did you know that you might be you'll be the chosen one?
No, I didn't know.
Because there were a few who were running to be chosen.
Yeah, I had no idea. But I think it was a good experience. I learned a lot from it, and I think everyone should do it now. Yeah.
How were your parents when you eventually?
I think they kind of got used to the idea. I think I reached that age where they couldn't really say no anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you were never I'm a pretty girl, I want to wear my pink nail polish and run around. No way.
No, not really.
Yeah.
But I mean, I used to watch Miss Universe pageants and stuff all the time when I was growing up. And I thought, okay, maybe one day I can be on that stage. I never expected it to happen. But yeah, it happened and it was good.
Yeah. Brilliant.
I think now I'm more girly girl.
Yeah. Because it happens. Because there are all these girls who are I can't be bothered, very rugged. They come to this and they become so streamlined.
Yes.
They're like, oh, let's just try and be put together a little bit. Yeah.
I think now it's time to let go. Enjoy life.
Yeah. Talking about the experience there. Today, there was a time when it was so based on winning something like that and having the title. Do you think that impact is still there? Because it's so diluted today.
I feel that now not many people want it, maybe because of everything that came with it. Maybe there was too much drama going behind the scenes and all. Yeah, it was, I think whoever should kind of promote it now because I think it empowers women, and getting to be on that stage and having that experience and going overseas, it's an amazing opportunity. And it's just that someone needs to guide them and kind of show them the way. And
also somebody needs to properly sponsor them. You can't just
that's the thing.
Spin them and roll them and throw them on the road and they're
I mean, I'm grateful for everything that I got, but at the same time, I think nowadays there should be a little bit more backing behind the girls and try and train them and push them and, focus on that side of it.
True. So maybe you come from a very business-oriented family.
Yep.
And living up to the page name must be hard.
Yes, very hard.
Have they always expected a lot from you?
I think so, but
do you feel business is in you?
Yes.
The whole DNA?
I think so, because I think after I graduated from uni, I always told my parents, I want to run my own business.
You want to be boss lady?
I want to be. I didn't want to work for anyone. I did do the random jobs in university. I had that experience, don't get me wrong, it was really good. And then I said, no, I want to do it for myself.
And it helps for us to come to know life, and working for another person also gives you an understanding whether it's a good or a bad boss.
Yeah, and you kind of learn everything, and then you can use that towards your own business.
Yeah.
So that helped me, and then afterwards I was like, nope, it's time for me to run my own business. This is what I want to do. And it happened.
Yeah.
And they have been supportive. I mean, my whole family has been supportive. My close family, my extended family, everyone. So it's been
amazing.
good.
That's amazing. Because I always say, when you're born into a family of business people, they see things so differently. And I have to ask you something when we do come back after the break. a little bit about how is it to be in a family where they're all into business and you're also in it. It must be so hard to like separate the conversations at dining tables, but we're going to talk about it. We need to give a shout out to Cafe Kumbuk. You work with Cafe Kumbuk as well.
Yes, I do.
I know. And we know the two of them. They're absolutely amazing. They're not even here, but they sorted out all of this for us from London, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, she's sweet.
She is, and I think I look up to them.
Yeah,
they're
so
inspiring.
cute.
Yes.
And considering the fact that they don't have a starter dish, they somehow found a way to give us these bowls, which are our starters for today. And this, I didn't eat today because I knew I was getting this.
Yeah, I love it. The granola bowl is the best.
Brilliant. All right, we're going to take a break. When we do come back, we have more coming up with Marianne Page right after this. Welcome back to the show in conversation with Marianne Page. Talking about this Page name, I was asking her, when you're in a business where family can get involved or might be a hard task. How do you sort of handle that?
Actually, they haven't got involved, which is good.
Wonderful.
Yes, they have just been very supportive. It's obviously something very different to them.
Who is the more opinionated one when it comes to things that you do? Dad, mom?
Mom.
I kind of knew that answer.
I would say mom. She's a bit more, she's worried a little bit. She tries to protect me, whereas dad is a little bit chilled out. But he too will put his 2 cents in when he needs to.
Yeah. But because at a dining table or whatever, considering the fact that even your extended family, all of them are so interconnected, does conversation eventually trickle down to like work?
No, not really. You would assume so, but it actually isn't.
That's wonderful.
And also I'm not here most of the time.
That's true.
So that helps. So whenever I do come, they'll always ask about the cafe and everything that I'm doing.
That's amazing. So I wanted to speak to her. If you do go onto her page on Instagram, you'll see the founder marks. So you predominantly have started this business in Aussie.
Yeah.
Would you ever bring a branch here?
That's the plan.
Brilliant. So tell me about this cafe.
So it started in 2019. Basically, I was inspired by my love for food and Sri Lanka, so I decided to just fuse those two together and introduce it to Melbourne. And it has picked up. I think a lot of people love the concept of it.
Melbourne is Sri Lanka.
It is, yeah. And especially where we are located, it is more Australians, I would say. But they have adapted well to it, and they like our rice and curry. They like the pol roti.
The curry. They call it curry.
Curry. Yeah. And it's not too spicy, obviously, but that's something they like. It's different to the usual brunch scene in Melbourne. And we do have like hopper nights and stuff like that, kind of mix it up a little bit, which is good. And people have adapted to it, and they like it.
What's the other one that you do?
Which other one?
Do you run only a cafe? Don't you also run something else?
No, so I have the cafe in Melbourne, and then I also have Page by Page, which is the resort wear label that I design and make here, manufacture here. So that too is at Design Collective at the moment, but my whole plan is to take that to Australia as well. Yeah.
Now, my question about cafe, can you cook?
I can. But I also do have the cake side of it because I have So that was my first business I started. I learned it by myself. I was doing cakes and desserts and all that. And then my father was like, oh, so why don't you put both of them together? Have the food side, the cafe side, and the custom cakes. And then I was like, okay, fine, let me try it. And that's what happened.
So up to now, you are involved mostly with the cake side?
Yes, so cakes, and then obviously managing the cafe. So I'm the only person. It isn't, but I love it. But I don't have the patience for it, though.
That is the problem, cooking is just made complicated by people.
It is.
You need a different pan for something, then you need another spoon.
And I can't cut and chop. I don't have
Nobody
the patience.
likes that,
No.
I think,
Yes.
It's a bit of a problem that we all face. And washing up is the worst.
Oh, yes. Yeah. But I think the cafe has taught me well with washing up. You have to do everything, a little bit of everything.
I know.
Yeah.
I think, life is so different when you leave this little cocoon that you live in. Things become hard because they don't give you any money, leverage whoever you are.
No,
like even the prime minister there, whoever needs to just live by the books.
Yeah.
Here,
and
of
you have
course,
to do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of learn to go with the flow.
So internationally, what are your friends talking about us these days?
Well, I think right now it's the situation, the petrol situation.
That's about it.
Yeah,
Nobody
and even
asked me anything else.
No, and
actually, I also don't have anything else to talk about.
But the petrol, I know, and that's literally everything. When whoever you meet, that's the first thing they talk about. And even like my staff message me and they're like, oh, I can see on the news what's happening. Are you safe? And I'm like, everything's all good. It's fine. It's not as bad as it seems.
True, because I was in Nepal 3 days ago and the cab driver said he'll give me a discount.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
He
sweet.
said, economic problem, I give discount, I give discount.
Oh,
Okay.
That's what Sri Lanka has come to.
And that's
but
really sad. But
it
what
is.
to do? Looking at your fashion brand, I know you're very fashionable, and I personally feel like sometimes you need to be fashionable and love fashion to put out a collection that really embodies you. Like
That is true. That's
yeah,
true.
Victoria Beckham was a great example. Like she never came from fashion, but it's just that she knew what she wanted and how it should look.
Yeah.
How is it for you when you create your brand?
It's quite similar, but my whole concept is I fell in love with modern batik. I love Dashi stuff, Putti batik, and they all inspired me. So I wanted to do something similar to Australia, but in the form of resort wear
Right.
and also swimsuits. Because back then I didn't think there were many brands that had done swimsuit. It was a bit difficult. So I thought, okay, why not put those two things together? And that's what kind of inspired me. And I found it difficult to find swimwear and certain things because, of my body shape. So I thought doing a line that kind of caters to every woman and size is something I wanted to do.
Yeah, because Sri Lanka, the whole swimwear embracing concept is yet not there.
Yes, it isn't. Yeah.
Either you feel extremely nude or you're fully covered to a
Correct.
point that
Yeah.
you've taken half of the water in the pool. It's one of those. It's a bit of a problem, because you don't see me in swimwear too. My body is still making progress. It'll get there soon. All right, we need to dig into what we have got. Hold on, I don't know the names of it. Do you know the names?
Breakfast burrito.
Breakfast burrito. And what do you have?
I have smashed avo here.
She knows the names, I swear. All right, we're going to get into a break. We'll see you right after this. Stick around. Welcome back to the show. We are with a beautiful Marianne Page. It's our final segment. I was talking to her about when we were growing up. It was like, when you're done with your O-levels and all, you make a small visit to MC and do a bit of a walkthrough. Some people took it so seriously, they became the MC boys, and like a plaster and like bit of a bandana situation and junkie showing moments. Yeah. Did you ever think your father would create a culture when this MC came about?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he even wanted it.
No, I don't think anyone in the family would have assumed that this would have happened.
Yeah.
But it was. But I guess that's how it made it kind
Because
of.
it's actually a culture. Like for somebody to say, "Oh, he's such an MC boy," it's in my opinion, it's such a compliment to know that a place was so established itself. It's such an iconic building for all of us when we were growing up, especially us at our age.
Yeah.
We had seen that as the only mall to like go and
Correct, yeah.
walk through and spend hours in.
Yeah.
Looking at the culture, it has definitely changed now.
Yes,
like
of
there's
course.
such diversity of this thing coming, but international brands came into a lot of malls.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to sustain it.
It is, and I feel that it's not something that Sri Lanka can manage right now with
Price
all
point.
this, price point and everything that's with COVID and everything. But at the same time, we need some sort of change. We need these brands. We need something different. And of course, MC has played a big part in everyone's lives, and I hope it'll continue to be so.
Yeah, and you were born.
I was
grew up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was my home
Yeah.
for so many
It's
years.
so easy to give directions. MC. Yeah, come
Yeah,
there.
just MC. Yeah, that's it.
Just come there. That's where you need to be. It's so good. I have actually been to a house when I didn't even know you existed.
Yes, way before everything ever happened.
And
Yes.
did you see me that night?
I do.
Really?
I do
I
remember.
was really shy. I was very young. There was a project happening, a cancer project, I think your father was
Yes.
very much involved in. And I went for a dinner there, and when they told me you have to come to MC, I was like,
Why MC?
why MC? It's like, what are these old people trying to do
Yes.
there? Then to see, oh wow, I was like, oh, we are going into a house there. That was my first time. So today, especially local businesses and businesses like, where we are, even Cafe Kumbuk, these are all, they have created an identity, they have found such a unique place in Colombo. And they have really struggled in the last 2-3 years,
2-3 years, yeah.
just to keep it afloat, pay salaries, and also produce food that's good still,
Yes,
without cutting
yes.
corners. You can always jack up the price, but people are not earning more.
Correct.
How
Yep.
has this COVID and all sort of taken a toll on you all, or even your business in Melbourne? It's terrible.
I think it's the same in Melbourne or anywhere in Australia, because everyone is struggling at the moment, and not only has COVID impacted us, and now we have a staff shortage going
Yeah.
on, and we can't find lettuce, we can't find certain fruits and vegetables which you wouldn't have expected in Australia. But it has come to a point that everyone has to work around it. And I feel people have to be more open to change, and people need to be supporting these small businesses, because if we're not going to last, if not, and
Correct.
COVID really hit everyone.
And it looks like a global recession is on its way.
Yeah.
It's just time is ticking, and Sri Lanka has already got there beautifully. We were the first to arrive. Yay,
Yeah.
we're here for the party.
Yeah. But it's important that I think even Sri Lankans living abroad come to Sri Lanka regardless of the situation that's happening, because we need to give back to these businesses. It is important, even there and here.
On a personal note, do you feel we are governed and ruled by the right people, or do you think you need a complete cleaning session?
I think we do need a complete cleaning session. It's come to a point where everyone is just fed up and it's not going anywhere. But hopefully this new government could bring us out of this situation. But I think everyone's waiting for a change. We deserve a change. The people deserve a change.
Of course, and it's just looking so bad. I don't think even in the 70s, when the recession was really bad, people stood in line for oil, fuel, because they didn't have so many vehicles.
Yes.
People's lifestyle has changed so much, and it's just a pain to see it like this. But what to do, it's terrible. So if you do have any queries about what she does, you can always follow her pages. How? Pages.
Pages.
Pages. How do we follow pages?
On Instagram. So I have my personal account where all my businesses.
But your business page is what?
Cafe Camus.
That's okay.
That's
But the other one?
Couture Bakes. And there's page by page.
That's what it's. You have to follow page by pages page.
Too many pages.
Oh my god, that's like so interesting. Yeah, page by page. Oh, that's actually a good name. Yeah. Well, it has been absolutely wonderful catching up, because when she was crowned Miss Universe, I was part of the process, and we saw her looking fabulous, and it was really a great experience. Then I had her on the radio show.
Yep.
That was also fun. We made you do atrocious things, right? It was early in the morning. We made you come. And,
Yes, to
yeah.
most of all the radio shows, yeah, every one of them.
Yeah. And we made you suffer through, like, we made you choose things for
I
Christmas.
think Christmas, yes, I remember
know.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
did we make you sing? No, right?
No, thank God. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
We
good.
would have brought out the inner talent in you. All right, on that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always support local entrepreneurs. I think that's the most important thing. Until we see you again, you keep smiling.